Do Rottweilers and Dobermans get along? Dog breed chemistry. Have you considered acquiring a second or third dog for your household and pondered if you should prioritize the breed? Would a particular type of dog have a better chance of getting along with your established pets? Perhaps you do not believe dogs can even decipher different breeds, but do similar breeds speak a nonverbal language that they can better share than dogs that are physically nothing alike? Do Rottweilers prefer other Rotties? Do Rottweilers and Dobermans get along? Rottweilers and Dobermans get along because they have similar personality traits, a few lineages in common, and are close in size. Despite the physical similarities you can readily see, Rotties and Dobies are not as compatible as other pairings. Some of their shared traits, such as boldness, self-assuredness, protectiveness, and territorial aggression, can cause friction in their interactions. Moreover, complex factors besides breed similarities determine how well Rotties get along with other dogs. We use several categories to determine how well Rottweilers and Dobermans get along. We discuss how some breed differences make these two dog types less compatible than others. Moreover, for Rottweilers, gender preferences are much more important than breed similarities. Further considerations are a fighting background in both breeds and differences in expression because of the ear and tail modifications. Rottweilers and Dobermans have similar physical and behavioral traits. Size. Rottweilers and Dobermans have a good chance of getting along reasonably well because they are similar in size. They stand at the same eye level, making it easy to assess each other and read intention. Moreover, they can quickly detect facial expressions. Rottweilers are 22 to 27 inches tall and weigh 80 to 135 pounds. Dobermans can be 26 to 28 inches tall and weigh 75 to 100 pounds. For many dogs, size is one of the most important factors determining psychological compatibility. A similar size starts two dogs on equal footing before personality and force will take over. Dogs close in weight and proportions make better playmates as they can perform maneuvers such as shoulder bumping and biting the neck without much risk of serious injury. Social and communication skills. It seems safe to assume that dogs do not differentiate between breeds like fanciers do. They would have no evolutionary reason to even care about different dog breeds. However, they may gravitate towards the same breed because of a recognition of identical features and similar behaviors. Dogs mostly care about how well they can communicate with others to establish trust and avoid stressful interactions. Except in dogfighting, whereby dogs become conditioned against their instincts, canines tend to avoid confrontations that could result in serious injury to themselves. Body language and the establishment of strong social bonds are how dogs avoid fights, tension, and injury. Since we selected dog breeds for specific traits, many of them related to purpose, their communication has subtle variations to reflect this. Dobermans and Rottweilers are both working dogs often used for protection, guarding, and police work. Their initial communication tends to be an upright head, alert forward-oriented stance, and watchful stare. Both dogs approach unfamiliarity boldly yet with restraint and caution. Rottweilers do not seem to struggle to interpret signals from dogs with either cropped or hanging ears. The only problems in language come from ears that are cropped extremely short or amputated. Dog tails, on the other hand, can inhibit the full expression and interpretation of aggression, fear, joy, and submission. Luckily, a dog expresses her mental state and emotions through other means than her tail's position. However, Rotties and Dobies with full tails express themselves more effectively than those with almost no tails. Rottweilers are upright and forceful communicators. As you can see with these challenging cattle, a Rottie assesses his adversary with calm and watchful appraisal, intimidates with an erect posture and challenging stare, and backs his intentions with a forceful charge and vocalization if necessary. Rottweilers take this communication style with them when facing strangers or other dogs. Your hope with dogs is that the forceful charge will lead to chasing and vigorous play. With its communication series, Rotties rarely must bite, but their charge will often lead to a strong shoulder bump if the target does not move. Many dogs learn to modify their approach so they do not make contact. Shepherding is one area where this impulse control is imperative. Dogs can find common grounds of communication through their play styles. Rottweilers are wrestling dogs that are comfortable with a high degree of physical contact. While they enjoy bumping when running and charging, they do not necessarily like being knocked off their feet. Dobermans are comfortable with running and chasing and with less contact than Rottweilers. This is understandable because they are faster and lighter on their feet. They tend to reach in for a nip and dash away or establish contact from a loftier position than the Rottie. If you want to know more, click the link below or visit anythingrottweiler.com.